and welcome to another movie review Sunday. It's going to be a quick one this week because I only saw 3 films in the cinemas and only 2 of them were new releases. The first film I saw, which I saw on Wednesday, it was up until Wednesday that I saw a new film. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, apparently I was too busy. I went to see Muppets Take Manhattan on the big screen. Now, Muppets Take Manhattan is one of my just favourite films of all time. Like, it's one of those films that if I know I need a comfort film, I can go to. It's got singing, it's got a love story, it's got Manhattan, it's got just my favourite characters. It's just wonderful, and it was so nice to see it on the big screen. And I went to, it was one of those kind of kids club movies, so they took a donation instead of charging for it, which I thought was really cool as well. They kept the lights up a little bit, and I saw it at a dine-in theatre, so I had brunch whilst watching it as well. So it was nice that some of these kids were seeing it for the first time. I was like, oh, you're so lucky seeing it for the first time. But that was just a joy, obviously. It was playing 4 days that week, and I was like, shall I go back and see it again? Shall I? Then on Thursday, I went to see Uncle Drew. I wasn't sure about it, so I'd looked at what people had said about it, and they were like, yes, you know, it is actually funny, and it does have real basketball players in, and it's like, you know, I think you'll like it. Yeah, I was just really bored. The comedy just wasn't quite there for me. It was maybe just a little bit too wacky and not like toned down into the funny. The jokes just fell a bit short. I didn't really, obviously I don't watch basketball, so I didn't really know who all the players were. I knew who some of them were, and I knew who some of the players they were referencing were, but I just felt like it was like, the stories that have been done with a very similar storyline about underdogs winning in some sort of sports game that have been done much better, and I just felt like, yeah. Also, all the trailers beforehand were for films with Tiffany Haddish in, or Haddish, however you say it, and then she was obviously in this film. And having watched the trailers and then watched this film, because there's at least two of the trailers had her in, she just seems to be playing the same character, and I kind of, you know, I want to see one where she plays a different character. So yeah, I'll probably go and see one of the films that was trailered and see if she actually plays a different character. And then on Friday I went to see the First Purge, which is, I know, is a prequel to the other Purge movies, so there's 3 others which I haven't seen. Sounds really bad. It's like, yeah, I didn't see that, I don't know about this, I don't know why I went to see this. But I spoke again, did my research before I went, spoke to somebody about it who had seen the other 3, and they were like, because it's a prequel, you'll be able to watch it without having seen the other 3. And I also thought that it was an interesting premise, the fact that the government and a psychologist have come up with the idea that having this 12 hours where all crime is legal in a certain contained space. I thought it's quite an interesting idea, especially given the kind of like the climate that we live in, where, you know, violent crime is a thing and people are committing these horrible atrocities. Let's see what the film's take is on this. And again, I just thought that it was done really quite badly. Yeah, and like everybody just kept calling each other the N-word, which obviously I can't say, and it was like, well, refer to them as like something else, like call them by their name, or like, you know, call them, I don't know. It was just, it seemed to be that was anything everybody called each other. It's like if you saw a film about, you know, a like middle class group of young female friends, and they only ever called each other hun, like they never referred to each other by their name, or they never called each other like love or babe or something. I don't know, like that just really grated on me, the fact that they just use that word all the time. Obviously it was really violent, and I knew going into it was going to be really violent, but it was really violent. And then I sort of looked it up afterwards, and supposedly it's like a horror film. I thought it was like kind of thriller action. But yeah, supposedly it's a horror film, and all the trailers for it beforehand were all for horror films. So as a horror film, I just felt like it really didn't fit into that genre. There was no kind of like real suspense or those kind of jumpy moments. You could tell there was meant to be jumpy moments. The only part that was really scary was some of the kind of gangs that come in towards the middle, towards the end of the film, are sort of dressed kind of like German Nazi soldiers. That was really scary. Speaking of horror films, we were going to go and see Jaws on the big screen as well, and we had options of we could see it on Wednesday or on Friday or Saturday. And the Saturday was showing at one cinema, and the Wednesday was showing at another cinema. And we decided not to do the Wednesday because it was 4th of July, everyone would be off, it was probably likely to be quite busy. We decided to do either Friday night or Saturday night, but then I came to buy the tickets and it wasn't supported by Movie Pass, whereas the Wednesday one had been supported by Movie Pass. Otherwise I would have been talking about going to see another, not new release, but seeing something in the cinema. But yeah. As always, I will leave a link to my blog down below so that you can see my written thoughts on these movies as well, if you want to. I feel like I haven't had much to report this week because the 2 new films I actually saw I didn't love. Hopefully next week I'll be a little bit more successful. But yeah, it was nice seeing Muppets Take Manhattan on the big screen, but it's not a new release, you know. And yeah, I will be back on Tuesday with another book video. I'm uploading Tuesday, Thursday book videos this week, and then next week on here I will have a whole week of book versus movie because I put it out there and you guys said yes, we want that. So yeah, Tuesday, Thursday book videos this week, and then next week a whole week of book versus movies. So if you like movies, you'll probably enjoy those as well. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know in the comments your thoughts if you've seen any of these films. Come and fangirl over Muppets Take Manhattan with me, and obviously if you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you on Tuesday.